Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday morning. Hope everybody's feeling well. I know. It's a tough one. All right, before we get going, just a couple of things. The prayer meeting circle, whatever that's called, at 7:30. That's still going on. This morning, I left and went to the ocean and did my prayer circle there. And even though I am struggling with staying super positive all the time, which is not all the time, but in that circle, because my 3D head gets involved and I start thinking of Pumpkinhead and where we're going, blah 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 blah, and that's not the point of that. The point of that is to send healing and compassion out to the world, however we do that. And once I got into it, once I cleared that energy, wow, super powerful, super powerful. So before we get into that energy in that circle, in that morning circle, please be mindful of stepping into that really clean and light and of the light. So do a little prep work before you get in there. I probably messed up a little bit. Yeah, my phone's saying I did. Messed up a little bit with that and not had my preparation set up well enough. So, and that brings me to another thing too. There's so much going on. Keep your boundaries up. Keep your protections up. There's a lot of dark energy out there, in case you haven't noticed. And I do want to stay on this channel in the light. Even though I talk and read on politics, I definitely want to stay in that higher vibration thing. Hopefully, I will not be doing any breaking news, any click me now, any of that stuff. In fact, I've even eliminated my PayPal and Venmo account from the videos down below, and I'm not doing personal live readings anymore. If you want a reading, you can send me some questions in an email, and I will do a video and pull some cards and throw it out there. But I'm not doing any more of those. I'm still doing the ones that I have set up. After that, done. What else? Oh, the other thing too that I want to talk to you guys about. I did my astrology with my soul sister Denise last year, and she had talked about doing a membership. She goes, "You may want to do that." And I go, "Really? I may not." And then I've been thinking about it more and more and more, and I was looking at Patreon. People have been asking me if I teach classes, and I'm like, I could. There's some really great people that teach tarot. The Way of Positive Change, Lori, she's great. Nancy, Jean, and Jeffrey, great. So where would I fit into that? Well, I'd probably be the third or fourth. But each, and I say that, and I'm laughing at myself a little bit. Everybody brings something to the table. And so the way that I read cards brings something to the table that's probably way different than Lori. I know we read differently. And Nancy, Jean, and Jeffrey. I mean, Jeffrey's like this technician, as is Lori. Nancy, Jean, she just knows stuff. So, in me, I cheat. I don't know why I do that. But anyway, let's get into it. So if you want to, just let me know. Okay, 511, here we go. Cards of, energy cards for this reading. Last night I pulled the Tower to go to sleep on. I'm like, really? The Tower? I'm yelling at my guides. Really? 2 o'clock in the morning, you want me to think of the Tower moment? And then I hear, no, maybe the rebuilding. Okay, all right. So the energy that we have going on today, it's the Six of Water. In regular terms, it's the Six of Cups. But this is not regular. This is the good tarot. This is, there's supposed to be no bad cards in it, even though I got the Tower last night using this deck. This Six of Cups, when we look at it, it's going back to a simpler time. It's a reflection on what we've done, what we've been through. And in this image, it looks like she's holding her stomach like she's got a tummy ache, like she ate some bad food or something. She's surrounded by pearls of wisdom. She can see her reflection in this pond. And yes, there is a lotus flower there. Not that I'm going to get into it at this moment in time, but I think I will in this reading. The next card I get, it's the Four of Air. This is the Four of Swords. In traditional decks, it's retreat, it's stillness, it's could be like end of life, transition. But in this deck, the imagery of here goes with peacock feathers. There is a golden triangle inverted above her head, and this angel sitting on the clouds is looking down. And I'm going, oh, looking down on us? Maybe there's some angelic help coming. However, I have to look at everything that was about this card. So we have to go through this time to get to get help. Does that make sense? Six of Water, Four Air. We have angelic help looking down on us. Why isn't it walking next to us? What are we doing not inviting that energy in? What can we do to invite that angelic energy in? What can we do to invite that angelic energy in? What do you think? Staying in positive. Staying in the rebuilding. Six of Earth. Staying in that higher awareness of giving and receiving. Strength in the Hierophant. Look at that. Strength in the Hierophant. Strength that our government will be the government that we thought it was. Let's keep going with this a little bit. We have a new Ace of Water. We have a Queen of Fire. And the Nine of Air, Nine of Swords. This card does not seem like worry. This is spread your wings. Let's go. Let's go. We have a new beginning. We have new information coming, new passion. We are about ready to break through that worry and come out with this newness, this spreading our wings. Let's look into the astrology of this a little bit. One of the emails I get, the astrology emails I get, we're talking about the week ahead, and it said, ditch your inner voice, your quiet voice, and get out your loud voice and create some good trouble. Start some good trouble. And I went, oh. And it's like, yeah, call your representatives. Let them know what you feel. Let them know what you think about what's going on. And since we got the Hierophant card, the higher order of things, call on that. Also, call on your higher order of things to keep you grounded, to keep you safe, to keep you protected. All right, let's take a look at some of the things that I have for today. Somebody sent me an email about cryptocurrency and how if our financial system is going to change. And I remember doing some readings a while back on how the energy is going to change. Our financial institutions are changing. The way we deal with government is changing. I don't know if you guys don't know this already, but it's going to be from a ground up versus top down. And we are seeing that happen. First, we have that tower moment, and then from those fallen stones, we, the people, are going to rebuild this to a different way. So even though we are so focused on the tearing down, we will need to be aware that we are rebuilding too, and not focus on the rebuilding. So somebody said, this is really scary. Okay, don't go into the scary moment. This is big change. Okay, I'll go with that. Big change. And we're already dealing with it in a way. So most all my transactions are done online. I pay with credit card. I pay with, and the reason I do the credit card, it's because versus an ATM card, it's that there's some protection there. Now, these days, with the consumer protection gone, who knows? There may not be protection. And I do monitor what I spend, so I don't have a balance. I'm very fortunate. From my very early days, I've always tried to live debt-free as much as possible. Now, of course, you know, if you buy a home, if you buy a car, it's hard to do that. Be debt-free if you have a big ticket item that you need. But those credit card interest rates, oh my God. I had a very good friend of mine who, he was pretty financially smart till I found out how much credit card debt he had. And I went, oh my God, you are financially stupid. S-T-O-O-P-I-D. Stupid. Now, sometimes you can't help it. He could help it. He'd go out and buy things that he didn't need. I hope my microphone's going on. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. Do we need to worry about government getting into our bank accounts? Let's just look at that. Do we need to worry about government getting into our bank accounts? I'm going to pull 6 on it, see where it goes. 7 of Pentacles. This is reminding us to keep an eye on our finances. Yes? We have news coming really quick, so it's important to do this on a continuous basis. Yeah, because there could be somebody that gets in there and starts taking some things from you. Yeah, I mean, there's so many scammers out there now. You got to be super, super careful about it. There's an offer being made for wands completion. I don't see, let me drop this down so you can see what I'm looking at. There you go. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, the review, Eight of Wands, things coming fast, and the Seven of Swords, sneaking into camp, taking some defenses. So this is where I see at the base of this that, yeah, something could happen. But we're not looking at some of the benefits that may come of this digital currency type thing. Because, I mean, when we think about it, you know, we're not using a lot of dollar bills right now. It's all electronic transmissions. There is something to be concerned about. But at the top of the reading, we have the Four of Wands. Something coming together as a celebration. However, this could be a false celebration. But then in the potential near future, we have the World, a completion card. So we're shifting into just a whole new world. I'm going to keep going just to see what I get. Moving on, shifting into a whole new world. With the Emperor, this is more of a control card, I feel. We can look into that more if this gets a little scarier. Knight of Wands and the hopes and fears. New information coming. We hope it's good. We hope some of this fast information coming is going to be good information. And going back to a simpler time, the Six of Cups. Six of Cups. So let's keep going with this, because what does that mean? Does that mean going back to paper money, which means absolutely nothing right now? Does it mean going into the gold standard? Trump sneaking into Fort Knox? That's so funny. Balancing your money? It's a balancing act these days, certainly. Yeah. With the price of eggs. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Some legal things. Why did I think Elizabeth Warren right here? With the consumer protection. Let me keep going a little bit. Knight of Swords. Yeah, I think there's going to be some legal challenges to whatever's going to happen. And they're going to shine the light on some things. We have the Queen of Wands bringing information. Six of Pentacles giving strength, and the Fool. New journey. Certainly it's a new journey for us, but I don't think no tower. It's just new. It's just different. And for some of us, that is a little scary because we just don't like change, don't like new. Want to see it the old way. I'm comfortable with that. I still like Windows 10. Speaking of which, I still like the FAA the way that, well, I would like it to change a little bit, but not what they're doing. I want to take a look at the Felon. Booger Boy's dad, as Libby said. I go, oh man, I wish I had said that. That was so funny. Booger Boy's dad. So he is wanting to cancel a $2.4 billion contract that Verizon had to update the FAA computer systems or communication systems or something. And he wants Starlink to take it over. Okay. All right. Crazy. Speaking of crazy, say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. How you doing today, Psychic Duck? Yeah, appreciate you hanging on to that Ukrainian feather. Good job. Holding the light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes Psychic Duck feels like a hermit. Shining the light. Psychic Duck, do you like lotus ponds? You know, Shem does. She, he, them. Shem, Shemmy, Shemmy. I had a friend called Shemmy. He was an amazing photographer. Amazing photographer. I need to call him because he's a vet. He's a angry vet. He does not like government at all. They have screwed him royally. All right, where are we going? Elon, the Felon, the Booger Boy's dad. There's certain businesses that he's bucking up against. I said B with a buck. And Verizon's one of them. And so a lot of these businesses, you know, when Tesla started, we're going, and the stock like took off, and it's like they haven't even produced a car. So if I was reading tarot, then I'd be looking at that and go, why? What the hell? I remember the tech boom where things were just going crazy and companies had no value, actual value, and we're thinking about our currency. You know, it started back then with these guys. No value to these companies, yet the stock prices were making billionaires. Okay. That was a channeled message from Psychic Duck. Okay, what? These companies that Elon is pushing against. Verizon, for example. How's that going? How's that going with Elon cutting out big companies, kind of making it tough for them to do business? You think of Standard Oil, it killed the electric car. They had a documentary out on that. Oh, and speaking of films, what'd y'all think of Saturday Night Live Open? Did you like it? The only thing that I really liked with it, made me a little angry, the Tide bit was very funny. Rubio, sad man. J.D. Vance, that guy did a good job too. I mean, the characters were all good, but the best one was Mike Myers. Oh my God. Oh my God. Glitch. Oh, good Lord. Anyway, I'm still having a hard time watching comedians because this is such a show, right? The rebuilding. Let's find joy in the rebuilding, except we feel like we're in the tower moment. Okay, Elon. And, okay, Elon. And cutting other companies out of business. Now the thing with Standard Oil and the electric car company was not very established. Verizon is. We have the High Priestess. Let me drop this down and see. What can you tell us about the business of Starlink versus Verizon? High Priestess, higher intuition, new opportunities. Let's see where this goes. Seven of Wands, defending oneself. Page of Swords. getting ready for, ooh, Knight of Swords. So getting ready for some legal challenges. Going back to a quieter time, a simpler time. Juggling. Two of Pentacles. King of Pentacles in the external position. This is probably Elon. Legal issues with the Queen of Swords, and the hopes and fears in the final outcome is a new start, a new beginning. Ace of Wands, new information coming out. So these cards, these sword cards, are all air signs. New information coming out. Water sign, King of Cups. And the Tower. What is this telling us about this? What is this telling us? I'm going to keep going. About the Steel. Moving on. Emperor. The Hermit. Shining light on something. Remember when I said I am not going into the lotus pond quite yet? What is the... Oh, that's not the... Okay, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Did I say King of Cups? Might have. It's the Knight of Cups. News coming from unexpected sources. That's going to create a Tower moment about the Steel. It's going to move the Emperor with the light of this. Let's look at the underlying thing. We have coming together. We have the Devil, the addiction, the pumpkin head. We have justice. We have a new beginning, death. Interesting. We have death and rebirth, crumbling and rebirth. We have judgment. And we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is, you know, abundance. What is this saying? This, okay, so from what I'm getting here, this information, and, you know, being the election denier that I am, the election truther, because we know the truth. We know this truth. It's at the base of the reading. What is it? Judgment. Justice. We know the truth. It was stolen. The Emperor stole it. Someone's going to shine light on it. And there's secrets being revealed with this High Priestess. Secrets coming out. That's going to give us a new beginning. Someone's going to defend themselves. Okay, I got to go there. Sorry, got to go there. 30 minutes. Got to go. Okay, not leave. I'm going there. Election denial. Full on. I'm going to stand inside the parking lot of the Four Seasons Hotel. Not saying at all that the Lotus, who is POTUS, in my mind, is going to fix things. I think things are broken beyond repair. You can't put it all back together like it was. It's like if you break a vase, some people would say vase, and then you go, well, I would go, I can fix it. I'll glue it back together. And I'll glue it back together and it'll look like a Frankenstein vase. Frankenstein would say, that looks pretty good. But little bit of me. All right. Does Verizon Wireless have information? Just looked at the time, 31:31. Does Verizon Wireless have information that Elon Musk rigged the election, changed votes? And as I said that, I just got a little drop down from YouTube. On my last video, there was a big orb that I saw, which I hardly ever see an orb. I saw them in the very beginning when I was doing readings, when I was in the bathrobe, and just hadn't seen much of them. And this one was a big one. So I got 31, 31, got somebody dropping down saying it was an orb. And I'm asking, does Verizon Wireless have information? I don't know who owns Verizon Wireless. I don't know if they're MAGA or whatever. But do they, okay, squirrel moment, going down the rabbit hole. European Union is trying to come up with other solutions other than Starlink for their communications for Ukraine and stuff. Germany is coming up with something. EU is coming up with something. So, and one of those companies, Germany or the EU, I can't remember which one. I don't know if I have it written down here. I do. I do. Where is it? It is, Revada Space Network from Munich. That's a Peter Thiel operation. The EU is doing IRIS satellites. Yeah, but it's by 2030. But anyway, let's go back. Does Verizon Wireless, do they have information? Let's just ask that. Do they have information? 3 cards. Yes or no? Do they have information? Page of Wands. They have information. 10 of Swords. That could stab somebody in the back. 4 of Wands. Do they have information? Wands are information. Page of Wands, information that's going to stab somebody in the back, that's going to allow the phoenix to rise, and we will have a celebration, 4 of Wands, in the White House. And again, whenever I get this card, I say, watch for the false celebration. Is Kamala Harris going to fix everything? No. 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 But there's information. Now let's ask, is this information going to come out? Because I just asked if they had the information. You guys playing along? You guys getting your cards out and playing along? Pendulums? Runes? Just intuitive? Okay. Is this information going to come out? Are they going to let this information out? And intuitively, I hear, if Elon Musk does this, and does his Doge thing, Saturday Night Live, okay. Big Balls came out with a new term. The douche thing. Okay, that was funny, sophomorically. Okay, is this information, I know, sophomorically, is this information going to come out? Three of Wands. They're looking at it. Overseas, too. Is this information going to come out about the steal? Oh, geez. About the manipulation. King of Pentacles is at the bottom. Is that Felon? Is it Felon or Felon 45? Felon or F-45? I don't even like calling them F-45 because it sounds like a fighter jet. I don't think it is, but F-45. Eight of Cups. Walking in the past, walking away from sorrow to find oneself. Eight of Cups. All the cups are up in this deck. I think back on the Wild Unknown deck, and all the cups are broken. And there is nobody in there. It's just broken cups. Some decks, some of the cups are broken. This one, they're all full. Full of what? Information, maybe? Or could look like it's red. Is this information going to come out? Two of Cups. They may. Well, this is a healing card, coming together card. That must mean, that could mean that they're going to come together on some kind of partnership where the information won't come out. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. Potential near future. Two of Wands. Information coming from the world. He's got the world in his hand. Overseas information. They need to make a choice. Again with the choice. Come on, guys. Internally. The Wheel of Fortune. This is a completion card. This is things spinning card. Here's that Phoenix again. Externally, we got tied to the devil. Addiction. See, even these big companies are afraid of change. Hopes and fears that the Hermit will be able to shed the light, and the final outcome, oh, good God. The Two of Swords at a crossroads. Still not telling us anything about the Ten of Pentacles, the Republican Party in the White House with the Four of Wands. You have the Queen of Pentacles, Homeland Security. We have the Queen of Cups as the election denier that I am, Lotus the POTUS. And Justice. So as I wait for this month to get going and be done, offer not being looked at, things coming pretty quick, that's going to stab somebody in the back. They're going to try to make it look like it's not me, but the sun is bringing full illumination. Again, we're in this we need to make the decision mode. But as I wait for this March to end, this month of March to end, we just need to stay in the light, stay positive. We are in a whole new world of change, of tearing down what no longer serves us. Let's not get triggered on everything that we hear and see. Let's be the change that we want. All right, that's it. I'm done for now. I wasn't going to go there. Well, I didn't think I'd go there like that, but I did. So Thank you guys for watching. Psychic Duck says, quack. Peace and love.